What's up, guys? I hope you guys are enjoying your holiday season. A lot of you guys are in fall break right now. A lot of people in college and whatever. I think everybody's on break right now for the holidays, for Christmas, for New Year's. I hope you guys are having a blast, making unforgettable memories with your family, with your friends, and whomever is close to you. So today, I want to elaborate a little bit more on the professional engineering license, because I think one of the misconceptions for young engineering students is that they have to get a PE, they have to get a professional engineering license. When I was in engineering school, I remember when I realized there was a chance I could take a test, or that I had to take a test after school, I started kind of like freaking out, and I was like, man, like, do I have to take the test? Like, what is it that I have to do in order to make it happen? And so in this video, I actually want to say that I already talked about the requirements to get a professional engineering license. Number one is obviously you have to get your engineering degree. Number two, you have to pass the fundamentals of engineering test, which I already talked about in previous videos, and which I'm going to link in the description here. And the number three, the third requirement is that you have to work under a professional engineer, that is an engineer with a license, for 4 years. And then you have to take the professional engineering license exam, of course. Now, I think one of the misconceptions, again, for young engineers, for engineering students, is, do I have to take it? Do I have to take the PE? And I want to just quickly mention in this video, and I want to give you some peace of mind. If you're in engineering school and you don't know whether or not you're going to take it, I want to give you some peace of mind here and let you know that you don't have to worry about that yet. You don't have to worry about the PE just yet. However, there's a caveat. Let's put it in two examples. Number one, if you know for sure that you are not going to need a PE, such is the case for software engineers, computer scientists, or engineering fields that, generally speaking, don't really deal with public safety. That's one thing. So if you know for sure that you're not going to be dealing with those types of projects, then I wouldn't worry about it. You really don't need a PE. Now, the other thing is, if you are someone that you might get that you think that you might need a PE, just in case, down the road, maybe you feel like, or maybe you want to go up the corporate ladder, or maybe you want to get to the top of a CEO, maybe you want to lead a team, maybe you want to be a program project manager for engineering teams. And so at that point, you're going to be the one that's certifying drawings, the one that's sealing developments or plans. And so at that point, obviously, you need to get a PE. However, the main reason why I want to make this video today is because I want to bring you a peace of mind when you're in engineering school, because you don't have to make the decision on whether or not you need to get a PE, because you cannot take it straight out of college. Again, you have 4 years to think about it, and that's assuming you start working under a professional engineer right away, which can be a little hard to do depending on what kind of job you get or what kind of field you get into, and that's the reason why I wanted to point out that if you are nervous on whether or not you have to get the PE, I suggest that if you think that you might need it, just get the FE out of the way. And I want to just emphasize that, get the FE out of the way. You don't have to worry about it. And after that, you have at least 4 years to think about it. You have at least 4 years to evaluate whether or not you need a professional engineering license. The only decision that, if you think you're going to end up there, if you think you're going to end up needing one, the only decision that you have to make then in college is to take the FE. And I highly suggest that you do so and just get it out of the way. So I wanted to share that insight with you, because I think there is this, again, this misconception that, oh my God, I'm graduating college and I have to get a PE. So don't stress out over the things that you can't control yet. You can't control you cannot control you taking the test right now for a professional engineering license. So don't sweat it. The only thing that I think that you should pay attention to is, number one, getting the FE out of the way, and number two, if your goal is to get a PE, or if you think that you might get a PE, try to work for a company if possible, again, if possible, because sometimes we're just happy to get a job, right? If possible, try to select a company or pick a company where you'll be working under a PE. Maybe that's a question that you can also ask during an interview. If you'll be working under a professional engineer, if your goals are already clear and your vision is already you have a lot of clarity on what you want to do, you want to be a professional engineer, then maybe you can ask that question during your next interview, whenever you are applying to, who knows, entry-level positions. So maybe your next job, if you already are in the field, you can say, hey, is there going to be a professional engineer that is going to mentor me, or is there a professional engineer that's going to be in charge of the team for which I will work? Because my goal in the long run is to become a professional engineer. I want to have a license because I want to open my own company per se. And so planning and kind of making the Legos fit your long-term plan is a good idea to start. It's a good idea to start making that happen from the early stages. Again, if your future and your vision is already clear and you have a lot of clarity or where you're trying to go. But if you're not sure, if everything is still blurry, still in the gray area, honestly, I would just get the FE out of the way and then let the future work itself out. If you're not sure, get the feel for the industry. Work with people, try to work in their PE, work with PEs, and see how you really like the industry, because you never really know what the future is going to entail. So again, it is all going to be based on your specific decisions, your specific goals, your future, also your specific time availability. Also, the company for which you work, maybe, who knows, maybe you want to be a PE, but then you work for a company for 10 years, but then you never really work under a PE. So even if you're in industry for 10 years, you're still not eligible to get a professional engineering license because you didn't really work under a PE for 4 years, So maybe in some cases they could waive that. I'm not sure if that's waivable, but look into it yourself. Do some research on your own. I encourage you in this channel to make your own decisions, think critically, and just do your own research, So with that being said, guys, I just wanted to bring that little peace of mind and just tell you that you really don't have to make that decision right now if you are not ready to make the decision yet on whether or not you get a PE. If you're thinking you might need it, get that FE out of the way, and that's all you can do for now. And the next step would be working for a company where you can work under a PE. But again, if you don't have that choice to work under such company where they'll give you a PE for whom you can work under, then I guess you can take that as a stepping stone and then make that plan for the next company for which you work. All right, guys. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching. Let me know in the comments below what you think. And if you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. And again, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.